It's another weekend at the farm, so I'm gonna bring some stuff to you. So I got up this morning at 5 o'clock and decided to go turkey hunting. I did that video separate from this video just because I didn't want to mix it up and make this thing too long. But I just came out of the woods. I'm back on the porch, got a fire going. It's about 8:15, 8:20. And if you're interested about the turkey hunt, go check out the other video. I think I'll post that video first before I post this video. But it was a good morning, overwhelming morning, only because this is the first time I've turkey hunted in a couple of years, I guess. And it's just one of those days, you never know. Excuse me, you come up here and there's nothing. I came up here this morning, there were turkeys everywhere. I was overwhelmed, didn't know where to go. Ended up making the decision to go get one turkey, and it was a bad decision because he was with a bunch of hens, and I even said it in the video, but I ended up working him anyway and let the other ones go. But I saw a gobbler right off the bat, first turkey I saw this morning, and it got away from me because I wasn't paying attention. So Dad's coming up this morning. He said he'd probably be here about 9 o'clock. He's going to bring the mower. He's going to bring the mower. It is spring and it's time to start cutting grass. So he's going to freshen up everything from all the leaves that have fallen. The ryegrass has taken off again. So I remember this every year though. The ryegrass comes up, it looks good all winter long. And then it just kind of quits, it seems like, and then all of a sudden it just starts growing again. It's spring, so everything's all greened up and it needs to be cut. So we're just gonna play around here today and see what happens, okay? And I took off, but as soon as I got out of the truck, that gobbler was right off in there. And then I heard him here, there, here. Well, we cutting grass now. First cut, spring 2024. Well, today's going to turn into a little preventative maintenance day. I think I might pressure wash the deck. Dad's sprucing up the yard. First cut of the spring season. So I'm going to crank up this pressure washer and knock all this pollen off the deck because it's bad. Pecked it to death, huh? Sure did. Pull cord popped on the pressure washer. So luckily I have new cord. So this is what you got to be careful with. Don't let that spring come out. If that spring comes out, you'll be in a world of hurt. All right, so let's get a new piece of cord here. This plus what popped. So now I want to get this pull cord out of this handle here, which has got a knot in it. That's it. I got to dig it out. All right, there it is. Put a knot in this end. Through the handle. Easier said than done. So I actually did that backwards. Should have gone from the bottom out, tie a knot in it, and then pull it back in. But I'm going to burn this end and cut that other end off. And now that's in there good. Well, figures, this is how jobs go around here. So the damn spring that was in this recoil thing fell out, and it's down here in all this pine straw somewhere. So I can't believe I lost that spring. I've been sitting out here looking for 15 to 20 minutes. But look at this ground. I've got to find a rusty spring that's brown and everything that's brown. It wasn't the coil spring, it was the spring that just, it's like a cushion. Just fell off of a little shaft. It's not a big spring. It's a big spring, about as big around as my pinky, but it, it's disappeared, people. Shoot. Well, I've got a magnet and I'm gonna try that. I've got my little tray where I throw all my nuts and bolts when I'm taking stuff apart. I'm just gonna scan it across the ground, see if I can suck it up. And I keep smelling something dead. So I'm wondering if something's underneath the shed that's died. And it's just every once in a while I smell it. But anyhow. Okay, after almost losing my patience, I found it. That's the spring. It actually wasn't as rusty as I thought it was, just the top of it. All right, let's get back to work. You know, sometimes you just gotta walk away from things and come back. So I couldn't figure this thing out because these things spread out, catch to pull the flywheel, then go back in. And I've been trying to put it on this way the whole time, and it actually just simply goes this way. So now tighten the cord up, pull it a little bit more. And it'll suck it back in. So you gotta cut this thing. I might have the rope too short. I forgot about that step. The only way to find out is to put this thing on and see if I got enough rope to pull on it. Not getting any gas. Yep. Spark plug looks alright, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. Would you take it out of your mower? Yeah. Right. You ready? Okay, the pressure washer has just got fire to it. It's just not getting any gas. I think that old nasty tarnished gas we put in there last weekend might have gummed it up. However, we treated it big time with some stable, but maybe it just wasn't enough, or maybe that gas was that bad. I don't know. Anyhow, let's cook lunch. Okay, we got the pressure washer working. It was a little orifice inside the carburetor was clogged with that nasty gas. We stuck a little, like a smaller than a paper clip, down in it, fired right up. So now let's cook some lunch. You know, yanking on that cord all this time trying to get that thing started, and my little tender hands, I ended up getting a blister on my pinky. All right. The whole point of me getting the pressure washer going was so I could clean this cabin. This place is so pollinated and just dirtied up. And it needs a good cleaning. Actually needs some bleach too. But so forgive the mess you see on the counter, and I mean everything's outside underneath this giant tree, you know. So all fall and winter you got stuff collecting. It's bad. Pressure washer's working there, so I'm gonna get a little bit of pressure washing done right after lunch. I'm gonna let that thing run for a little bit. Run all that old gas that might be in that carburetor bowl out. So we're gonna pack this lunch in us, and then we're gonna go fill up the deer feeder. We got a little bit of corn left, and I was gonna grill these ribs, but I had charcoal, but I didn't have enough. So I knew it too. I said, you know, I'll pan fry them in butter. I brought a stick of butter. Anyhow, we're gonna put this down, and then I'm gonna run over across the street with Dad, I guess, fill up that feeder and come back here and start pressure washing and clean up before we run out of daylight.
What are you talking about?
That thing's spongy. Somewhere right over there. Paper towels?
Yeah.
You don't want 2 ribs?
No, that's the thing.
Going to fill up the deer feeder. This big old carpenter bee. These guys put holes in everything. They love that pine wood. Gotta be careful with them things. Look at this pollen. Okay, the buzzards have arrived. I threw those leftover ribs out. He's out there getting them. Yeah. been a while since I fed them. I usually bring all the leftover scraps from the house. Sometimes there's a big pile of it, you know, rice, noodles, you name it. And man, they feast. Anyhow, there's a gnat, not the biting gnats, not the no-see-ums like we have here in South Carolina, but there's the other gnats, I call them. I actually have another name for them, but I can't say it here. Anyhow, they're everywhere. They're all on your face if you stop moving. It's kind of weird. I've never experienced that before. Anyhow, I just had one in my mouth. Spit it out. Anyhow, look, knocked all the pollen off. Everything looks a little bit better. Put a little bit of bleach on this stuff, and man, it cleans up nice. But we call it the southern seasoning. Everything just gets dusted, and once it rains or just a morning dew, it gets cakey and it gets stuck. But look, this countertop's baby clean now, which was my intention to get this done before I cooked lunch, but I didn't think we'd get the pressure washer going. Well, Dad and I are sitting here on the porch, had a good lunch, ribs, macaroni and cheese, Velveeta shells at that. Pressure washed the porch in the front of the cabin, so everything, and the sink in the outdoor kitchen there, it looks a lot better than what it did. So now we're just going to relax here for a minute and see what goes on. Dad got the grass cut out on the road, all this grass plus the other side. You go to the other side on the hill.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then his belt burned up.
On the hill, not the road.
And then we finally got the pressure washer working. That took time to get fixed. And Dad took the tractor across the road and filled up the deer feeder. We had a couple gallons of corn left. So we're just going to chill out. You know, it's funny when because this property is surrounded pretty much by national forest. And I just said earlier that the Forestry Service has been burning a lot of controlled burns, which there should be winding down now. But you can always tell when they're burning because the smoke gets up in the air and the sun filters through it and turns everything orangey looking. And I'm looking in the sky and I see smoke. Especially back over here. See it? It's not like clouds. See that smoke?
Where it's coming from.
Got to be on the way home.
Yep.
See that blue sky? I mean, there's nothing but blue sky back here. And then right here, it looks like a rain cloud. But if you look up here, that's smoke.
Yep.
I don't smell it though. So that must be a good distance away. But yeah, if you look through the trees, I don't know how it shows up on video. You can see the blue sky and it looks like a rain cloud right here. And they're burning close by. Wow. If I can dig up some old video, it's these damn little bugs, man. They're just everywhere. Old video of the smoke that filled this place up one year. It got real calm, real still, and there was no wind to push the smoke out, and it was bad. Actually, we had to leave. Got it?
like that.
Yeah, man. Alright, throw them up.
That's it?
Yeah. No, that other one. I'm sorry. Got it?
I think so.
So everything's orange looking. It's filtering the sun through that smoke. All right, boys and girls. We gotta get on out of here. I just realized I left my hat. So we're gonna pack it up and head on to the house. With that being said, if I run across a controlled burn, I'll stop and get some video of it. It's pretty cool to see. And yeah, look, see how the sky is here? And look back over that way. Gray, dark. Anyhow, I'll grab some video of the fire if I can get it, and if not, I'll catch you guys next weekend. Okay, thank you for subscribing, like the video if you like it, and I'll see you later. Take care. Yeah, see how everything is almost like an evening sunset with the orange, but it's from the smoke because it's only 3 o'clock in the afternoon, but it's hazy out now, so there's definitely a burn somewhere. You can definitely see the burn now. Oh yeah. I firmly believe we're going to drive right through it to go home. So I'll bring some footage to you. So I didn't see a controlled burn or forest fire, whatever you want to call it. It's actually a controlled burn. So the videos you just saw of the black scorched forest were from a recent burn, and all it does is just gets rid of all the fuel that's on the ground, so it doesn't pile up over the years and then it becomes a forest fire. Anyhow, the fire is off here to my right, and but it's on another section of the Francis Marion, so we didn't drive through it. So people, it's good seeing y'all. I hope you enjoyed the video. We'll catch you next time.